great elements of Las Vegas together. Are there scum in Las Vegas? Yes. I can tell you there are absolutely a ton of scum in Las Vegas, but this event, this horrible event, brought all the good people together. Passing away on this date in history, General Curtis LeMay, the vice presidential candidate with George Wallace, also author Tom Clancy, and pro wrestler and politician Antonio Inoki. He was a big man, big, tall man, and good in the ring as well. Birthdays on this date include Dumbledore. Well, yeah, sort of. Sir Richard Harris, who not only was he a fine actor, he had a #1 record.
1968.
Office Park is melting in the dark. All the sweet green icing flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. Oh no!
A Jimmy Webb song. It was more of a cantata. It ran 7 minutes and 21 seconds, which in 1968 was forever for a record. I mean, at the time, that was considered a bathroom record by DJs. I can tell you that from experience. But it was also a beautiful piece of music, a beautiful work. It was brought to the association. They didn't want to record it for some inexplicable reason. But it was built around Jimmy Webb's relationship and breakup with Susie Horton. And it was very, very symbolic. And referred to the end of a love affair. So there you go. And very pictorial. If you've never really listened to the song, listen to it. But I digress. This is not about Jimmy Webb. This is about Sir Richard Harris, who was born on this date in history. Also born on this date, one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence, Richard Stockton, engineer William Boeing, who would look at the industry today and just shake his head, radio actor Everett Sloan, probably best known for his role in Citizen Kane, but did a lot of radio work as well, outlaw Bonnie Parker of Bonnie and Clyde fame, actor Walter Matthau, actor James Whitmore, pianist Roger Williams, Autumn Leaves. And see, when he first did it, he thought that he didn't know the name of the song. He thought it was Falling Leaves. That's why you have the tinkle in it. That was supposed to be Falling Leaves, yeah. Roger Williams, born on this date. Actor Tom Bosley, best known for his time as Mr. C in Happy Days. Also actor George Peppard. The original Nutty Professor movie, Stella Stevens, also from The Silencers and The Poseidon Adventure, born on this date. She passed away last year at the age of 84. And also born on this date, soul singer Donny Hathaway. All those folks born on this date in history.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
President Jimmy Carter, President 39, is 100 years old today.
You have given me a great responsibility to stay close to you, to be worthy of you.
For such a nice man who's done so many good things in his life and so much good for humanity, his work with Habitat for Humanity and all of that, and for him to have one of the worst presidencies of the 20th century, it's just so sad. But Jimmy Carter, 100 years old today. God love him. Singer Dame Julie Andrews. Oh, yes, 89 years old today.
Bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things.
From The Sound of Music, Julie Andrews, 89 years old today. Heard an interesting story, in fact, about Julie Andrews, and I don't know how true this is or not. During the breaks and when they were doing The Sound of Music, Julie Andrews would sing supercalifragilisticexpialidocious to these youngsters, and they entertaining, and they thought it was her song. They thought she was making it up because at that point in time, Mary Poppins hadn't been released. So they thought, they didn't understand. They were getting a preview of something that would be big, big, big. Julie Andrews, 89 years old today. From Seventh Heaven, Stephen Collins is 77. Oh my gosh, National Lampoon Vacation, LBJ, The Early Years, Kingpin, Independence Day, Randy Quaid, 74 years old today. The lead singer for the R&B group Shalimar, Howard Hewitt, is 69. From Shalimar, Howard Hewitt is 69 today. Comedian Christopher Titus is 60. Spokesmodel Cindy Margolis is 59. From Charmed, Ted King is 59. Turning 55 today from the Hangover trilogy, Zach Galifianakis.
It's where I keep all my things. I get a lot of compliments on this. Plus, it's not a man purse. It's called a satchel. Indiana Jones wears one.
And for the record, I do have his name spelled out phonetically in the script here that I use for this segment. It is spelled out. Galifianakis. There you go. From The Hangover, Zach Galifianakis, 55 years old today. A third-generation pro wrestler celebrating birthday number 44 today. His grandfather was Larry the Axe Hennig back in Japan in the old, AWA. And then his father, Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, and now he went through Michael McGillicuddy. He's now, Curtis Axel, kind of as a hat tip to his grandfather. Curtis Axel, 44 years old today, active in the WWE. Actress Brie Larson is 35. And from Fresh Off the Boat and Manifest, actress Luna Blaze is 23. Those just a few of the people who celebrate the first day of October as their birthday. If this is your birthday,
happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
By the way, I just saw a note. Curtis Axel, the son of Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, and the grandson of Larry the Axe Hennig, is now working as a producer in the WWE. So there's that. Okay, now, Crime. Dragnet starring Jack Webb. We're going to go back to October 1st, 1949. And from their very first season of the program, and the story of Tom Lovell. That's coming up next.
There's an issue cutting through the partisanship in Congress. It's AM radio. The overwhelming majority of legislators, Democrats and Republicans, support a bill to keep AM radio in cars. But time is running out. Text AM to 52886 and ask Congress to bring this bill to the floor for a vote now. AM radio is too important to let this moment pass us by.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
By the way, a massive thank you to Honeywell, who used the Buy Me a Coffee function. Appreciate that very much. The 5 Dr. Peppers will taste very good on my trip, which by the time you hear this, I'll be returning from. But I appreciate he wrote a quick note here, and I think it's very relevant because I was talking about pro wrestling. Some of you say, why do you talk about wrestling? Well, Honeywell said, many thanks for all you do, Wyatt. I appreciate the social history you're sharing with us. I also appreciate the wrestling references. A good friend of mine, Ed Gurria, who passed away last year, wrote about wrestling and often mentioned wrestlers. Have a great day and feel better. Ed Gurria, is he related to Tony Gurria, who I know for years was a producer in the WWE? Yeah, I do have some knowledge. One of these days, if I get a wild hair up my bum, I'll tell you about my experiences behind the curtain in pro wrestling. It may interest you, it may not. What I know will interest you is we're going to hear from Jack Webb in an episode of Dragnet. This is the 18th show of the series. Yes, all the way back to 75 years ago, October 1st, 1949, which was a Saturday. This show aired on NBC at 7:30 Eastern Time, immediately following the NBC Symphony Orchestra. And we'll hear that next here on Classic Radio Theater, the episode about Tom Lavelle. We hadn't gotten into the big references yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
NBC brings you Dragnet.
You're a detective sergeant. You're assigned to burglary detail. A gang of hijackers has started to work in your city. Truckloads of valuable merchandise have vanished. The thieves are clever, seem to have a foolproof system. Your job, find them.
Dragnet, the documented drama of an actual crime, investigated and solved by the men who unrelentingly stand watch on the security of your home, your family, and your life. For the next 30 minutes, in cooperation with the Los Angeles Police Department, you will travel step by step on the side of the law through an actual case from official police files. From beginning to end, from crime to punishment, Dragnet is the story of your police force in action.
It was Thursday, March 6th. It was windy in Los Angeles. We were working the night watch out of burglary detail. My partner's Ben Romero. The boss is Ed Backstrand, chief of detectives. My name's Friday. I was on the way back from the record bureau, and it was 5:35 a.m. when I got to room 2A. Interrogation room. Read this to him, Ben.
Yeah. 2,600 dozen nylon stockings, 45 bolts of silk, 58 cases imported perfume.
Where are you dumping this stuff, Laval? That's what we want to know.
I told you the truth. I have nothing to do with it. I don't know anything about it.
What was this stolen waybill doing in the cab of your truck?
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know.
Your fingerprints are all over it. You must have carried it there.
I didn't carry it there. Somebody's out to frame me.
How many in the hijack gang, Laval?
I'm not in a hijack game. I told you I don't know. When are you going to let me go?
Who's the head of the gang?
I don't know any head of the gang. I want to get out of here.
You're covering for somebody.
I'm not covering for anybody.
You take the rap for all this, you're going to have a beard down to your knees by the time you get out.
I'm not taking any rap.
Then let's have it.
Oh, I'm tired.
$42,000 worth. You know who took it. You know where it is.
They could have disappeared anywhere on their way from the east to the 1,000 places.
Nothing was missing from those shipments when they came in on the train. Everything was there when they were unloaded at the warehouse.
Then I don't know. I don't know.
Every dollar's worth was accounted for when it was loaded on the truck. Well, where is it now?
I'm tired. We've been here all night. Let me
read it for you again. 2,600 dozen nylon stockings, 45 bolts of silk, 58 cases imported perfume. And you're trying to tell us somebody hijacked all that from the trucks without you knowing it?
The trucks were loaded at the warehouse. We went out to eat. We came back, got in the trucks, delivered the stuff, and that's all I know.
And while you were out eating, the receipts for the load disappeared, too. Is that right, Lavelle?
I don't know where the waybills are. The shipping truck, that's his job.
We talked to him. He says one of you could have taken the waybill.
Well, then he's lying. I didn't take him.
Then what was this waybill doing in the cab of your truck?
I told you, I don't know. Somebody's trying to frame me.
Why?
I don't know. Somebody, I don't know why.
Then you better come up with an answer, mister.
Look, I'm tired. We've been here since 6 o'clock last night.
We're all tired. Who are you covering for? What are you trying to build? Any of that coffee left, Ben?
It's cold.
That's all right.